Hi traders, welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Monday the 14th of August. Here you can see that the New Zealand US dollar tops our tables, dollar being the strongest currency at the moment, the New Zealand dollar being the weakest. We can see that the yen remains on the tables as a weak currency as well, being W2 on our day traders, W3 on our trend traders. So looking to really take advantage to see if that yen weakness is going to continue. Will Kiwi weakness continue? And Oz pretty much the same place we left off last week. If we go into and have a little look at Fridays, we can see Kiwi, yen and Oz, dollar, Swiss and euro. Now euro was on the tables. We did have a full board this morning. That has since just faded away slightly, and pound has come in as S3, but I imagine euro is just slightly underneath here at S4. But we really like the yen weakness in the market today. I really like the opportunity to see yen prices or anything against the yen kind of come into action. So dollar yen, Swiss yen, pound yen, euro yen. Euro yen is something that we're in at the moment, so I am going to take you through the euro yen position, see if we can get some upside to that market. But I'm going to kick it off with Kiwi dollar just because it tops our tables at the moment, so this is where we should be focusing our attention on. We did talk about Kiwi dollar a couple of times last week, so if you did manage to take any positions on this market last week, then you would have had a really nice trading week. And you can see by the charts this week, if I just zoom in a little bit, we had a really strong bearish weekly close, so looking to see if that momentum will continue. We are technically trading back at these previous lows here around about that 0 spot 59.90 or 0 spot 6 handle, and we're kind of trading through that point at the moment, so we need to see if there's a potential for the market to trade to the downside here. So what we can do is go down to those lower time frames. Now the last time we kind of touched upon this, we were looking at this 4-hour time frame. We were looking at this downward trend that was developing, and we were talking about potentially looking at those breakouts of the trend line supports here. And you can see if you look for that trend line break in here, price moved to about 120 pips to the downside. We even had a retest at the highs there that then, you know, moved 140 pips. So there's a couple of opportunities there last week which I think you could have taken advantage of. Now I'm looking for a bit more of a pullback here. You can see we've got that trend line resistance coming through here. It's not quite a channel. I did kind of look to see if we did have a channel, but we haven't really come into any kind of supporting points here just yet. So it's not really working as a channel at this current moment in time, but we do have trend line support coming in around about the 5,800 area. We could probably make that 5,900, so that could be where price is looking to target in the meantime. Now I would like to see something similar as to what happened here and here. Really, can we get a bit of a consolidation? Can we get a breakout to the downside? Maybe a retest of these lows could be something we look for. Just depends on how the market momentum is going to play out this week in terms of, do we even get chance to see price pull back, or is price just going to continue to fall? So it'd be an interesting dynamic to see. Now we do have some New Zealand dollar data this week. The RBNZ are forecast to leave rates unchanged at 5.5% this week. So if they do leave it unchanged, and there could be some mention of potentially bringing rates down in the near future, then the New Zealand dollar may be one that does start to continue that weakness, or that spell of weakness. But a couple of opportunities I feel, maybe a move back into the 0 spot 6020, back at this little area where we did find a tiny bit of support, confluence with the trend line resistance could give us our opportunity to the downside. Alternatively, the hourly, look for a break back above the 50 in here, maybe then a break back below it, something like this could give us our opportunity to see price trade to the downside there. Going on to our other markets of interest then. So like I said, I really like the yen pairs at the moment, and we're actually in a yen position. So I'm going to talk through the yen position. Euro yen, nice strong bullish close last week, looking for that momentum continue to go into this week. Nice rejection back down at the 150 a couple of weeks prior. Where is the next sort of level of interest for euro yen? Well, for me, We're trading for the 159 at the moment. The next point of resistance is all the way up at the 169. So this market could go a real long way if it does break through and continue through the 159. So I've actually taken a little bit of an aggressive entry here. I want to see it trade through 159. So I'm actually long from this candlestick here at 158.60, with my stop loss actually coming in just below these swing lows there. I'm trying to target the bigger move here on this market in particular. Now, if you don't want to get as aggressive as that, you could wait for price to trade through the key area of resistance, and then look for the retest and continuation. I mean, we could probably look for that anyway as potential add-in positions on this market if price does obviously continue and trade higher. My only concern is that we have traded through the 50 at the moment. We are on the other side of the 50 moving average. That is my only concern with this one at this current moment in time. I'd rather be on the other side of it in terms of, you can see here, we trade through it, we bounce, we reject it, and we continue to be above it. Here we've kind of traded through it, tested these kind of lows down through there, and we're still a little bit below it. But you got to take note that this is a lagging indicator. So if price can get back above the 50 moving average, that's great. I think it will give it some legs to potentially move higher. Now, another market that we could look at with the yen is pound. Obviously, pound has just come onto the table here. Now, I know it doesn't have any confluence, but could just show us that there's a momentum building within the pound here, and I do quite like the weekly setup on the pound. We've recently traded through resistance. We've recently found support here at the 180.80. Yeah, look at that, how prices, we moved around 460 pips below that key support level and then came and closed back above it. I feel like that's a real good sign of intent for what was to come out of pound yen. The next level of resistance is up at the 188 handle. That gives us at least 400 pips to target. Now, have a look at the hourly time frame here. We've just come off that 50 MA. Price has just bounced off it, so there could be a good opportunity to look for another retest of the 50 MA, maybe perhaps back around 183.80. Stop losses 187 pips on a 3-week rolling ATR. If you were to consider that, that is quite a considerable stop loss. I would be happy leaving my stop loss below these swing lows here. So perhaps you look at sort of the low comes in at 55 pips, maybe we extend that to like 80 pips, because I think if we trade through these lows down through here, then the market is probably going to go on a deeper retracement anyway, so we're probably not going to be able to hold on to that position. Let's say we got in at that 183.80 with the 160 pip stop loss. You know, we're coming in at those lows regardless, and by that point you'll be in a deep drawdown at that point. So we might as well get out, you know, early-ish in a way if it does go against our position here. But quite like the idea of looking to see if we get that reaction. You know, everything's pointing to the upside at the moment. Nice strong upward trend there. You know, would like to see a continuation. We've almost got that pattern as well where we have the markets making a bit of a base at these highs, but the lows are getting higher. So maybe we get another pushback down, another higher low. That could be the catalyst then that drive prices to the upside. So really like that market, to be honest. We do obviously have some more you can check out. You've got dollar yen currently at the 145 handle. So if we just go to the dollar yen price just through here, you can see we're trading at 144.98 at the moment. So we're trying to break through the 145. I think if we do, yen pairs are going to soar. I think we're going to see some real significant upside at that point, perhaps into 150 or 151. Now, that would be quite significant because the Bank of Japan was looking at intervention levels at the 145 prior. Now price is back there. Are we going to see that being withheld again or upheld? And if it does, we'll probably see a bit of a reaction. But I think we could probably see a bit of a breakout happen here, and the market may start heading back towards that 150, which will help any yen position that you're looking at this current moment in time. Now, obviously, Swiss pairs are on here as well. Swiss Kiwi. We took a look at Swiss Kiwi or Kiwi Swiss, sorry, last week. Market has continued down. We're just at all-time lows again, and it's very difficult to try and find a position into something where we've got all-time lows, because you just don't know whether price is going to continue to the downside or whether we're going to see a very strong reversal. So Swiss pairs at the moment I'm kind of staying away from. I prefer more those yen pairs at the moment in time. So check out those ones. I hope this was an interesting video. I hope you learned a lot from it, and I'll speak to you in the next video.